So, will Isagi actually become the #1 striker of Blue Lock? Now, well, first before I start this, right, I kind of came about this idea because I saw a video, I was having a discussion, will Isagi actually become the #1 striker? And he was basically saying, look, how Isagi's playing style and the way he plays is not that typically of a normal striker, and I kind of agreed with that. And then I kind of came up with 3 theories of the path that Isagi may go down. I got #1, he'll play more of a centre forward type role, so more of a Benzema, Messi and Firmino. Now, if you've watched football, right, you'll know that Benzema, Firmino and Messi at times, right, Messi not all the time, but Benzema, Firmino a lot of the times, they played more of a #9 but kind of a centre forward kind of drop back role, and they'd mostly pass to the 2 wingers and they would assist a lot of the time, but they would still score. And I feel like that could be Isagi's role. Isagi's really good at, seeing where the open space is, his spatial awareness. So he's good at seeing where the pass should be made, and he's also good at positioning himself to get goals at times when need be. So I feel like this would be a good role for Isagi if and when, I don't want to say when because he may not actually make it to be the #1 striker, you don't know with Blue Lock, but if he was to be on the Japan national team then be that #1 striker, I feel like that's the role we would see him playing if they do show that in the future. But the theory number 2, he won't actually be a striker. Now this is the most hottest one, the most hottest take here, that he won't actually be a striker. Now I know the main goal of Blue Lock, right, is to create the #1 striker, but let's think of a scenario, right? This is a scenario I kind of thought of. So let's say Isagi gets kicked out of Blue Lock but he's like 2nd. Say he just gets beat by whichever or whoever striker it is, right? But the powers that be, the international team, see how good Isagi was and think, look, we don't think you should play a striker role, but what if they made him play like a midfield role? What if they put him in the midfield, maybe even next to Rin's brother, but we could put him in the midfield and he played more of a Luka Modric, Iniesta, Xavi, whichever you want to call him, but more of that role, he still gets his goals, but like I said again with the first point, with the first theory, he has that ability to see the right pass and to make the right play and to kind of control the whole field. And that is kind of a midfielder's type role, because a lot of the times a midfielder or the midfielder will be determining the game, and the midfielder are the ones that sometimes or a lot of the times can determine the outcome of the game. If you see Barcelona, a lot in real life, a lot of their tiki-taka play, a lot of that came from the defense to the midfield, where they would control the ball around the midfield and then pass it to the wingers or find the open man, find the open striker and score a goal. And Isagi could be a perfect fit for that if they do decide to do that, because I'm only making these type of theories because Blue Lock, I like how Blue Lock, I don't know which direction it will go exactly. It kind of excites me, so this is where these theories are kind of coming from. And the third and final theory, he will just be a better version of Rin. Now I know that sounds kind of boring, me saying he'll just be a better version of Rin, but him and Rin have similar playing styles, or at least in terms of spatial awareness and being able to predict the next play, or almost being like puppet masters on the pitch, controlling each player and basically controlling the whole game. And why I say he might become a better version of Rin in the future, because right now Rin, he's physically stronger than Isagi, he has a better shot than Isagi, he can probably, I think dribbling wise, they're kind of, maybe Rin's probably a little bit better, but not by that much, right? But I feel like Isagi, that's the person probably aim more to be like. So I feel like, hey, if Isagi is actually going to be a striker, he will probably be a better version of Rin. Being probably physically stronger than him, will probably develop a better shot, will probably get better at his dribbling as well. But I feel like Isagi will have to improve on these things in order to become a better striker, because right now he's good and he's improving, but he still has some fundamental elements and he still has some stuff to work on. But look, you guys, tell me if you agree. Tell me if you agree that maybe any of these theories are right and the show might go in that direction. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. And this has been Anime K, and thank you for listening and watching, and peace. I am out.